What do you know? As soon as I upload my two-part discussion on Mystery Incorporated, you notice that on the side, on the right side, that is, they show you a bunch of related videos, and well, much to my surprise, we have another. We have another, and I am not lying about this, folks. Another Daphne and Shaggy fan vid or music video or AMV, whatever you want to call it. And basically, it has a song done by Simple Plan called "Take My Hand," and basically the person that put it together, I think, did it recently because it has some clips in there from Mystery Incorporated. And basically, It's basically 140 hints of Daphne slash Shaggy shipping, 130 contact acts, if you will, contact acts or hints, if you will, 130 contact hints. Like physical contact and all that, and 10 non-physical contact hints as well. And this is kind of surprising, that somebody would still be behind us a little bit. I would think perhaps, with every indication out there that, pretty much people would get the idea that, Daphne and Fred are a couple. I mean, and that Shaggy and Velma are the potential couple and whatever. But hey, what are you gonna do? I guess there are people that still feel Shaggy and Daphne are better, and I can't really blame them for feeling that way. I mean, it pretty much is something that's been going on since the dawn of animation. You know, you have all the time you have these kind of shows where you have a group of crime fighters or mystery solvers and superheroes, and basically by watching the show that, okay, you have this one pairing that's obvious right off the bat, but you always feel that one individual should be with another and the other should be with another. You know what I'm saying? I mean, again, it goes throughout the history of time or history of animation time, I should say. So it's nothing new. I mean, you take a look at Rescue Rangers, for example. Especially with Boom Studios comics bringing out the Rescue Ranger the new comic book adventures, and everybody pretty much knows that Dale and Foxglove are sort of a couple in a way now, and that Chip and Gadget still kind of opened, if you will, or whatever. But yet, even with Dale and Foxglove together, people still look at, Dale and Gadget as a pairing. I mean, that was something that fans had looked into. Even myself, as a kid, looked at as a possible pairing because of the fact of, Dale pretty much was basically the kind of person that Gadget would go for. I mean, you take a look at how far Gadget went in the episode Double O Chipmunk. I mean, she went pretty far to help Dale realize his dream. I mean, she literally, disguised herself to the point that Dale didn't even recognize her. I mean, heck, as fans, you didn't recognize her. And she even went as far as to end her, role, to put it, kind of conclude her role, if you will, in this game she was doing to make him feel better by kissing him on the lips. So, and again, it's like, yeah, it's a game. Yeah, you think, okay, it's a game, it's pretend, she's only making him feel better and all that. But yet you think, why would she do that? I mean, she could have easily just gave him like a real quick peck on the cheek or quick peck on the lips, and that's it. But anyway, getting back on topic, though, you kind of see where I'm coming from. as to why fans pretty much still prefer Shaggy and Daphne. And it's not hard to reason why they prefer them. Because here you have some. Okay, because here's the thing about Daphne. Here you have Daphne, who pretty much, when she first started out, was kind of not the brightest bulb in the room, if you will. She was inquisitive and always there and everything. Always there for support and always there to help solve the mysteries. But she wasn't, like I say, the brightest bulb in the room. And in fact, she was giving the nickname Danger Prone Daphne. You know what I'm saying? And pretty much there were a few occasions, a few episodes in Where Are You and the new Scooby-Doo movies and I think the Scooby-Doo show, where she pretty much agreed wholeheartedly with Shaggy and Scooby about certain things not being natural or not being reasonable, if you get what I'm saying. So yeah, I cannot, again, one would kind of respect and understand the fact why fans would rather have Shaggy and Daphne together as a pairing, and I totally get that. For example, a lot of people look at Mystery Incorporated, and you pretty much get a hint that you have Shaggy and Velma together, but that doesn't last long. We don't know if they get back together or not, but still, it doesn't last long. And then of course you have Scooby and this Nova character, and so on and so forth. But again, despite all of that, fans still kind of prefer Shaggy and Daphne. And like I said in my Topics on My Mind video when I talked about this, one can't be surprised by that. I mean, when you take a look at the obvious evidence out there. I mean, who did they bring back after a few years, basically a 2.5, 3 year hiatus? They didn't bring back the whole gang at first. No, they brought back Daphne. Why? I'll tell you why. Not only was she one of the most popular characters besides Shaggy and Scooby, and even Scrappy at the time, but because of the fact, and also not because of the fact that they wanted to put a strong female eye candy presence into the show, but also for the fact that I think they wanted to kind of test the waters of a possible Daphne-Shaggy relationship. And they did. And this carried on, even with the new Scooby-Doo mysteries, where you had Fred and Velma on occasions together or individually guest star in an episode. You had those hints, you had those you had those moments, and even in the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo. So again, I know I sound like a broken record, but one cannot blame another for supporting this pairing. But why? Why would they support it when they know in today's generation of Scooby that it's not possible? I don't know. Again, it's because, like this one video showcases, you just got to look for the hints. You okay, just look for the hint, see what's going on, see what's happening, go, let's see, And especially with the fact that, you have the whole situation with Daphne and Fred breaking off their engagement and opening the doors right there. It's like, you gotta go, it's like, it makes you wonder. So, again, like I said, and I know I sound like a broken record, but one cannot be blaming the others for supporting this. You can't, because it's just too obvious in the long run. It's too obvious, and fans do want to see it. They want to see it, and probably down the line in the near future, if a new Scooby Doo show is created, perhaps they'll do it. Perhaps they will say, "Hey, you know what? We have a fan base out there that want to see Shaggy and Daphne together. Let's make it happen." They came close in the early '80s, early to mid '80s. Let's make it happen officially. Let's make it happen. Again, one can't tell. One can't say whether or not it will, but you never know. So, but again, my obvious thoughts on it are, you have a great pairing here, but it all depends. It all depends on how much support it has, and again, you can't blame those for supporting it. And like I said, hold on for a second. But like I said, need to get a little wake up juice there. But like I said, you cannot blame those for supporting, and you never know what's going to happen in the future. You never know. You never know. I mean, again, they could probably say, "Hey, look, they kind of hinted at it. They attempted it in the '80s. That didn't last long. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. And if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't." I mean, come on. Obviously, what did they do in the first season of Mystery Incorporated, or was it the second season, whatever? They had Daphne and Shaggy kiss, even if it was unintentional. How much more evidence do you need than that? You know what I'm saying? How much more evidence do you need than that? Again, though, it's totally up to what happens in the near future. And if they make it a reality, they make it a reality. If they don't, then hey, fans can dream, right? Fans can fantasize, right? Fans can write fan fiction, do fan art, right? So, but my personal opinion on it, hey, if it happens, it happens. But I was kind of surprised that there's still support for it. And obviously, if somebody's willing to count 140 hints of the possible being together, then maybe there's a support, maybe there's a fan base for it, and maybe there's a possibility for it in the near future. We'll just have to wait and see what Warner Brothers and the Hanna-Barbera division deliver. So that's just my thoughts on it, and comment below. Tell me what you guys think. I'll talk to you later.